This for all you fools that don't know what's up yet.
So look, man, Bone Thugs and Harmony in the motherfucking house, man. They just put on a beautiful performance tonight.
Epic.
At the old Lakers Stadium, which is called the Forum. Right across the street from, what's the other shit? SoFi. Is it SoFi or Sci-Fi? SoFi. So, man, look. Tell me about the performance tonight.
Man, tonight was so great because honestly, the history of Bone Thugs and Harmony has been rocky and shaky or whatever. But tonight we showed the world, and because everybody streams nowadays, but we had all 5 members on one stage. You know what I'm saying? And the show was incredible just because we were all in the building. We had E40, we had Too Short. You know what I'm saying? E40 Too Short, everybody, you know what I'm saying, else that was there to pay homage to it or whatever. But the whole thing about it was all 5 members in one situation, one night. It was incredible.
So the 5th member that don't usually come, who is that?
You talking about Busy?
Busy Bone was in the motherfucking house. Look, the dopest shit that I seen that y'all did tonight is that y'all gave Flesh and Bone a solo.
Right.
I gave Busy Bone a solo.
Right.
So how'd that feel to you after a long time?
I mean, everybody got to have their time to shine. So it's like Busy, and the fans know Busy ain't been around in a long time. Flesh is like a member that's he had did prison time or whatever. So it's like when we have time to shine for each member, it's like whatever time and whatever moment we can do it in, we do it because we all equals in one sense. But as a show, and whatever you got something popping, nigga, we're gonna shine that. You got that, we're gonna shine that. We're gonna do that, It's all about equal with us, We family, we brothers, we love each other. It's just, it's no egos with us, It's whatever's gonna make the show good.
All right, so look. Wishbone.
Yep.
You remember the first time I met you?
Yeah, kinda.
Tell the people out there that don't know, because I know you, right?
Yeah.
But the fans, it's a bunch of kids right now that's like 25, 26, 27.
And we love y'all.
Exactly. So I know how I met you.
Mm-hmm.
We know the story. But tell everybody out there.
No, but you bring it up. You tell the story then.
No, you tell the story.
You got to tell the story. It all came from Eazy-E, bottom line. Right. But we got our own history of, niggas that love niggas, That's why we sit together to the day to day. But you tell the story, Because I ain't gonna lie,
So, look,
I've been smoking. I'm
1994, we got a major show in Cleveland, Ohio. After we rocked the whole stage, every time we go and perform somewhere, it's always some niggas in the crowd that want to rap for everybody, right?
Right.
So in Cleveland, we getting off the stage, and there's 3 young niggas on the side of the stage. Lazy, Busy, and Flesh and Bone.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
Them niggas come backstage. They was the hardest niggas that rapped for us that night.
Right.
There was some other niggas called, like y'all Bone Thugs and Harmony, like all y'all name is something Bone, something Bone. It was another whole group. Yeah. Their name was something else. I don't know what the fuck it was. Like
Bone
right
Enterprise. We had a gang of names. What I'm saying?
But it was some other people that night, and they had the same thing. Like they first name was this, the other name was that. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the shit, but right. But everybody that came backstage with Eazy-E, out of Flesh, Lazy, and Busy, they was the hardest niggas back there.
Now
bro.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. Now the show went the way it went, right? But me and Cray couldn't get backstage. They was tripping. So me and Cray was, at the door trying to get back there. Like, God damn it, these niggas, what the fuck? So niggas got back there, and then Lil A came back and was like, nigga, we rap for Eazy. We good. Nigga, he told us to come to the hotel. Nigga, so we went. I never forget. It was I forget what hotel it was, but it was in Cleveland, but it was a hotel, and we went there and still met up with Eazy-E and y'all, and then me and Cray actually got to rap at that point. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Whoa, these little motherfuckers is, these niggas is fire." You know what I mean? And it was crazy because he didn't have to take his time out to do what the fuck he did to listen to niggas, but we were so persistent because you got to remember. niggas had already took one-way bus trips to LA to meet with E or anybody that wanted to listen to it, but our main focus was Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying? Because we felt in the game he was being disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to, you know what I'm saying, kind of get on that tip with, you know what I'm saying, like, nigga, fuck that. You know what I mean? And so bottom line, Eazy had a show in Cleveland, so niggas had one-way bus tickets to LA, but then he had a show in Cleveland, which is what we're talking about. So niggas got all the way back to Cleveland, and we opened up at the show for Eazy-E. You know what I mean? And then niggas got backstage, and you know, some of them, then E said, y'all come to the hotel. We got to the hotel, did that or whatever. And you know, Eazy was like, nigga, y'all on the next plane to LA. We're like, nah, nigga, fuck a plane. We want to go to Greyhound the same way niggas went the first time.
Greyhound, look. So look, when we got back to LA, right? So when I seen Flesh, Lazy and Busy, right? I asked everybody, I was like, when them niggas came back there, was harmonizing, rapping together, I asked everybody, I was like, you got a job or you go to school? Everybody said no. I was like, E, take them niggas right now. But he didn't do it. So every time we got back to LA, periodically, I would ask E, I was like, what's up with them niggas from Cleveland? He was like, I ain't heard nothing from them, right? And I asked him again. I'm like, what's up with them Cleveland? Like, them little kids, bro, they was hard than motherfucker. And the last time I asked him, he already had y'all, and he put y'all like in a living hotel, like a weekly. You know what I mean? And so ever since then, like, you niggas was crazy, bro. Like, he used to give these niggas a whole gang of different type of alcohol and a bunch of weed. Everywhere these niggas went, they tore the hotel up. He had to come and fix the situation.
Well, you know how it go when you give a motherfucking dog a bone. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. He got shit. We gonna show out. But the whole thing, it wasn't disrespectful. It was just our whole thing of just being like crazy and our energy.
Bro, we was 18, 19 years old.
Exactly.
Like,
our energy was so up. You know what I'm saying? All we wanted to do was actually impress E. You know what I mean? No matter what. And a lot of times that shit went overboard. You know what I mean? E used to take us to the store, like you said. We ain't know nothing about. We come from 8 Ball. You know what I'm saying? You know, Old English and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. MD 2020. You know what I'm saying? That type of liquor. Right. We ain't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying, real liquor. So when we got real liquor, we went mad. Right. It was over and done with.
Absolutely. So look. So Wishbone, out of all the motherfucking Bone Thugs and Harmony, why don't you have a solo album? Everybody else do.
Well, my whole thing about the solo thing is I want to be appreciated. It has to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it just because it's been done. You know what I mean? All my family does it. They do it, and it's a great thing. I love them for that. You know what I mean? But my shit, I wanted to be on a whole nother level, and then like a lot of things that we went through in business and in our careers and with labels and everything. A lot of shit deterred me from, you know what I'm saying, fucking with a gang of shit because I ain't like business the way it was being played because contractually, you know what I'm saying, you obligated to do this, you obligated to do that, and basically, you know, I'm really about my motherfucking money. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to get it and do it in a way to where it's going to be appreciated and, you know what I'm saying, not just doing it because we can do it because we hella talented, but I want the money.
So look, out of all the solo careers of everybody that dropped an independent album, who did the best solo wise? Because 5 of y'all together is like magic, right?
Yeah.
But that's solo, like it's a different type of story. Like you gotta really shine, like in a different type of way.
Because individually, we all have our own talents. You know what I mean? That's absolutely what makes us a group. Because you gotta remember we ain't a put together group. We a motherfucking group that we family, you know what I mean? We cousins, brothers, and you know what I'm saying, best friends. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't put together because we had talent. We grew up together. Our family know each other. Our moms and dads and all that shit from the same hood. You know what I mean? So we came up on music because our family, you know what I'm saying, our parents and everything were, you know, musically inclined as well. Right. So it's like for us, it was a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It was just embedded in us. You know what I'm saying? But then when we actually start vibing and knowing music and loving music, but then when we put it together with each other, it just came together. Like motherfuckers were like, how y'all do y'all style? How y'all style come up? It came up from us just being in the room together. listening to the motherfucking shit that we appreciate and love and respect, and just figuring out what we want to do. Start writing and writing to other people's beats and shit like that, and then shit just develop, and you know what I'm saying, it came about.
Super rap group, Bone Thugs and Harmony. So what was y'all first inspiration? Like, cause y'all sound like, to me, y'all like the Delphonics, my nigga. Like, all you niggas got an individual voice, like, that sounds so different, but it's so musical. So like Buddha Lovers, Ecstasy, and then what's the other weed song that y'all got? On the, like before y'all signed to Full Circle with what's the nigga name?
Swiss Beats.
Yeah, so.
But I mean, the whole thing about weed and, you know, harmonizing and everything just came because, like I said, spending time together, you know what I'm saying, being broke, you know what I'm saying, having nothing and just walking the streets together, robbing, stealing, doing what we had to do together, you know what I mean? So when we did have time to sit down and write and do what we wanted to do, it came natural because, you know what I'm saying, we had shit to feed into each other because it was organic.
It's not forced,
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't made up or whatever, you know?
So look, like, as far as creating songs, right? Mm-hmm. Who is the person behind Bone Thugs and Harmony that have the inspiration for the hooks of the songs that y'all create?
A lot of the hooks and everything came from with Cray.
Right.
But then, you know, a lot of it came from us being together and just having that whole void of us just being together and going through shit together. You know what I mean? But vocally and pushing and going ahead, just doing it and laying it down, Cray did a lot of that, you know what I'm saying, to give us the push to be who we are.
Okay. So there's a rumor, right, that I heard back in the day, as far as the fast rapping style with y'all, like, because they compare y'all a lot to Twista, right? Uh-huh. And so Twista, he come out and claim like he's the originator of the tongue twist rapping and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. So who was, out of y'all, who was the first person that started doing the fast rap shit?
Honestly, I really would say the whole thing about tongue twisting and rapping fast or whatever came really organic with us. It was like we didn't even know it was like that. You know what I'm saying? It just was what we was doing or whatever. Because, you know, Cray went to jail, we didn't get out, we were writing, then this and that. Then while he was in jail, we were still moving because we was the Band-Aid Boys. And, you know what I'm saying, we had our album, Faces of Death, you know what I'm saying? That was a bit successful. Actually, you know what I'm saying, it's probably like 30 times platinum right now. I ain't bragging, but you know, it can't be actually measured of why, when, and how. It just is.
Yeah. So who's the oldest member of Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Flash
and Bone. Is he like the big brother of the group?
Of course, you know what I'm saying? He's always been the big bro, you know what I'm saying? That's my cousin. Like I said, we in a made up group or whatever. We really family, you know what I mean? Flesh and Leia brothers, they're my cousins, and then Busy and Cray are like our best friends, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So our whole thing is, you know, organically just supposed to be. It's not, I wouldn't say it's easy or it's hard. It should.
All right, so what was the first year y'all came out? 94?
You know that so far back.
I'm talking about on Ruthless.
Shit, was it
the little EP y'all had?
Yeah, about 94.
94, right?
I think about 94.
How does it feel to you to still be doing like stadiums and shit like that almost 30 years later?
Well, for me, it feels like because, you know, Eazy-E gave us a chance, right? Rest in peace. But he had a vision that was very unheard of because he was a nigga that before Bone or whatever that, you know, sparked a gang of motherfuckers. A lot of motherfuckers wouldn't be who they are if it wasn't for what Eazy-E did, period. So for me and for Bone to still be doing what we're doing to this day lets me know that God is real. You know, real music is real, you know, and it's because fake is fake, real is real, and real gonna survive. Fake is a fad, you know what I mean? But real music has a sense of its own, you know what I mean? It's gonna survive because it has a feeling to it that people can't get away from. You can't deny the first of the month. Everybody was broke getting government checks, you know.
Right.
That song will never die.
It was
you
the
know
first
what I mean?
and the 15th.
It'll never
in those
die. You know what I
days,
mean?
yeah.
So you can't get away from shit like that. Crossroads, you know. Everybody got somebody that died that they love or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? We didn't make these songs with that in mind. Is like a plan to, you know, dominate the, you know what I'm saying, the game or whatever. We did it because that's what was in our heart and soul. Period.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Like Crossroads is like, it's like what was that old group that did for me and my homies? Y'all know what I'm talking about? What was that group called? Something
These
like
niggas
that.
sleep.
Exactly. Yeah, so look, like Crossroads is like y'all most epic song because y'all crossed all type of boundaries and shit like that with
berries and
Crossroads.
everything.
Yeah.
That video was one of the most you know, one of the biggest budgeted videos back then, you know, but it made sense because everybody understands and, you know what I'm saying, knows death. You can't get away from it. That's something we all gonna face, period, point blank. So when we put it straight in motherfuckers' faces, it just couldn't be denied. You know what I mean?
So who came up with the concept of the video?
The video was, you know, I would say everybody that was on the team back then from Rufus or whatever. But the concept and everything was it came from the lyrics of the song. But the you know, the visual and everything, you know what I'm saying, that had to do with the team that we were dealing with or whatever back then. But the whole visual of it was just the feeling of the song because what it is, it was so real. You can't deny that song. It's just incredible.
Yeah. So look, I remember when y'all first came around, right? And we took y'all on tour. Mm-hmm. Y'all was rapping so motherfucking fast that people couldn't keep up with it because they didn't know the music like y'all was new. Mm-hmm. And so y'all came out with Thuggish Ruckish Bone first, but y'all was rapping in a way that people exactly. But y'all was rapping. It was fast, but it wasn't so fast to where people can catch up.
Right.
So who idea was that?
The whole idea of like before we got on one-way bus tickets to LA, well, my brothers, we had songs and everything because we were successful like in the hood, you know what I'm saying? You know, talent shows and whoop whoop and all of that shit. We was doing all that shit. They actually started banning us from doing them motherfuckers, so we was winning too much. But the whole thing, like when niggas got on the bus or whatever, when we met you and Eazy-E and it was we already had damn near 2 albums done. So when niggas did land in LA and Eazy put us in the studio, it was like niggas already had songs. He was just knocking out 2-3 songs a day. Eazy-E was like, nigga, what the fuck? These motherfuckers. And he hooked us up with the nigga DJ Unique, which was different, you know what I'm saying, to everybody else. Then, you know what I mean? But for us, it was like anything.
It was perfect. Like when y'all got with Unique, it was like y'all vocals and the music, it was like a perfect marriage. Because if y'all try to rap to like West Coast shit, it wouldn't have sounded the same.
Yeah, it would be.
Because the rhythm was different.
It'd be forced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the same or whatever.
Right.
But the way, you know, Eazy-E was so blessed to have what he had, and then, you know, DJ Unique, you guys and everything, he had his own vision that was incredible. Incredible. But, you know, his life cut short or whatever. That's why we, you know, move on and keep doing what we doing because his vision was very strong. If he was here to this day, nigga, a lot of shit would be different. But that's why we do what we do. And thank God that we still here and, you know what I'm saying, vibrant to do what we do because this game ain't easy.
No, it's not.
It's not easy. A lot of motherfuckers come, go, dead, gone, or whatever. But thank God we all still here. Just rocked out the motherfucking forum thing last night. Crush Groove, bonethugsnharmony headlining. But it's all for a purpose. It's all for a reason. You know what I mean? Nothing happens just because.
Right.
I truly believe that because if anything was just because, it wouldn't have been as easy for us. You know what I mean? Not saying easy, but just even be able to be done because so many people, rest in peace, done been gone and that from our era of hip hop, gone, dead, and you know what I mean? It's hurtful because it's like, God damn, why do anybody gotta die? But at the same time, we still here. And that's for a purpose.
So look, Y'all the only group in the whole world that had a record with Tupac, Big, and Eazy-E. These are the first major
Big
rappers
Pun.
that passed away. And Pun, right?
Yep.
So, what was it like working with Tupac? How did y'all meet
the
him?
whole Tupac situation happened with Busy. We met Pac a couple of times, war shows, whatever. But the whole Tupac situation happened with Busy and Tupac meeting up somewhere, and then they just went to the studio, and then we got on the track. But then the Biggie song happened with CeeLo Bell, our nigga, whatever that happened or whatever. And then what I'm saying, of course, the Eazy-E song had to happen. I remember Eazy-E doing his verse. It was crazy because that nigga was like, motherfucker. And he was clowning, right? He was clowning. Yeah. I'm like, nigga, shit, keep that. That shit hard as fuck.
So who was the most memorable person from that era to create the song with all of you guys like Tupac, Big, and Eazy-E? Which one y'all had the most fun creating?
Definitely, no bullshit, honestly, right. Eazy-E.
Why?
Because that was our mentor. That was the nigga that gave us a chance. That's the nigga that believed in us. You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody else came about when we had something already going. Eazy-E had us going before niggas even believed in anything.
So who wrote his verse?
E wrote his own verse. He wrote that verse. He did.
Standing on the corner straight, slanging rocks. Oh, shit. It come to Eazy wrote that verse.
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. That nigga, what you say? He did?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
No, because I remember nigga, because we was doing so many songs at a time. Start writing. Never forget that. If I'm wrong, nigga, say
I don't know, bro. Like,
I know.
Look, before we got with Eazy, we did Real Compton City G's, right? So he had what was that shit called? The Neighborhood Sniper. What album was that? 5150. Whack as a motherfucker.
Hold on, motherfucker.
No, it was, bro. Like, most people don't know about that. 5150. You know about 5150? It was garbage, right? So at that moment is when me and Drayster came around. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So he wasn't writing a lot of the music.
No.
He wasn't.
But even with NWA, he wasn't a writer.
Exactly.
He was an artist. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't an artist. They put him in a position.
But he was an artist.
He had
a voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was a nigga
personality.
His personality and everything.
Right.
But he developed himself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
After that,
because on the Straight Outta Compton came out, and they said he had to rap the whole verse line by line. So, did you see shit like that?
Yes.
Recording with Eazy?
Hell yeah.
He had to say a certain thing, and then he had to come back and say a certain thing.
Yeah, but after like I said, after the time with us in the studio, he was comfortable. I remember him with the For the Love of Money verse. He was like, "Nigga, I got this." And he went in there and did his thing. It was gravy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. He like nigga. He was inspired by niggas. You know what I'm saying? Which was inspiring to us. Like, damn, this nigga Eazy-E feeling us enough to where he writing. You know what I mean? His own shit.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe that, but I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you rock with that. Nah, on the real. So look, one of y'all greatest albums was The Art of War. What was the inspiration behind that?
Shit, the Art of War.
Look, everything on the album cover, y'all got the pyramid, right? Mm-hmm. And the fist coming out on the top of the pyramid. It wasn't the all-seeing eye like on the back of the dollar bill. What was the inspiration for The Art of War?
We always placed ourselves as being deep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Above the game and giving motherfuckers the, you know what I'm saying, the news about shit that they don't pay attention to. Right. So our whole thing was just, you know what I'm saying, how you saying, being, ghetto news reporters, basically.